Welcome to VIVEK 90.4 FM.
नए जनरेशन का नया रेडियो.
And you are tuned into Vivek Times, where the students of VHS Mohali bring the voices that matter, stories that inspire, and the noises that deserve your attention. So turn up the volume, क्योंकि ये है
नए जनरेशन का नया रेडियो.
Hello Mohali and beyond. You are listening to the voice of Vivek High School Mohali. I am MANVEER along with my two amazing co-hosts.
I'm YONIT and we are here with good vibes and even better conversations.
And I'm SEHER. Today's show is super special because it is about something we all love, food.
There are so many do's and don'ts, but it's enough to make your lunchbox cry.
Hey, but hang on, it's not just about what tastes good. We are talking nutrition, myths about diet and how to eat smart.
That's why today we are going straight to the expert. We are honored to welcome Dr. Aastha Khungar, Head of Clinical Nutrition and Dietetics at Max Super Speciality Hospital, Mohali, to clear up some food facts and fictions. Thank you so much, Dr. Aastha, for joining us today.
Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure.
So let's jump right in. Ma'am, what inspired you the most to become a nutritionist?
Well, there wasn't any such aha moment, I would say, but it's a story 25 years back when I topped in humanities stream from my school. But back then, there weren't any such strong counseling services to suggest you of the career path as in which you would want to choose. So I was also not very clear as in what I wanted to do after my plus 2. But then my mother suggested me either to go for B.Ed and my master's and get into the field of teaching or do nutrition studies. Teaching at that time did not interest me much, so I opted for nutrition field, and this is how my journey to this field started.
Wow, that was an amazing journey. My next question to you would be that, ma'am, what was the one difference that you've observed while working with your patients across India's different regions?
Well, it is their different food habits. Like in North, we have more of wheat, more of dairy products, and we usually tend to prefer heavy meals. Vice versa, if we compare the eating pattern and habits of South people, they usually prefer rice, more of coconut, and lighter meals. So as a dietitian, my role is to, not alter their eating habits, but to fit in the diet plan in their comfort foods, in their existing food beliefs and food habits.
Wow, that gave us a whole new perspective.
Ma'am, please tell our listeners about one food habit that a lot of people get wrong.
It is skipping meals, I would say. Many of the people, they think whether if we skip our breakfast or dinner, this will help us lose weight. But this is not so, it is not right. Vice versa, it makes you gain more weight because your body, upon skipping the meals, gets into the starvation mode, and as a defense mechanism, it starts to save more fat, and it makes you gain more weight. So skipping is not at all a wise approach towards the weight reduction target.
Interesting, we'll remember that. Ma'am, please throw some light on medical nutritional therapy and how it helps people.
It is like using the food as a therapy, using the nutrition as a medicine, as a treatment approach. Supposedly somebody is diabetic, using the food in such a way, modifying their diet patterns in such a way that their blood glucose levels remain stable. This is what is called medical nutrition therapy. Somebody very wisely said, if you do not make food your medicine, so your medicines will become your food. So that's what I believe in. Medical nutrition therapy is a very effective tool towards the management of any clinical condition.
That was really enlightening.
Ma'am, we would love to know your take on superfoods that help patients recover faster post-surgery.
Post-surgery protein has a very prominent role in healing, like you also study, So all the dairy products, milk, curd, cottage cheese, lassi. If somebody is non-vegetarian, then of course eggs and nuts and seeds, along with vitamin C foods, orange, guava, amla, lemon. So all these they promote healing and makes it faster.
Thank you, ma'am. That was really helpful. Moving on, are there any dietary habits that work well with children but should be avoided in old age?
I believe your childhood eating habits are your foundation to your old age. So whether you are 13 or you are 63, the goal should be same, to eat well-balanced home-cooked meal. You can of course enjoy your favorite junk foods once or twice in a week, provided you balance it out with physical activity.
Thank you for that insight, ma'am.
Ma'am, how do you make sure that children with diabetes enjoy their meals while staying healthy?
So if you are talking of type 1 diabetes in children, it is never like there is something which they cannot eat. It is all about proper management of insulin and the spacing between their insulin shot and their meal. So we consider carb counting, and there are of course various other factors like their sleep, their stress, their physical activity, their hydration level. So all this of course impacts their sugar levels, but it is never like do not eat something. It is always like what to eat, when to eat, and what to pair it with. So type 1 diabetics can have anything with their proper management.
Wow, that's informative. Ma'am, if I ask you that you had to pack a tiffin for a school-going kid, what would it look like?
The idea of a perfect lunchbox for me is something which your taste buds crave for and your body thanks you for. So I believe in modifying whatever the child wants to have with the healthy ingredients without altering the taste. So this may be a whole grain wrap with some cottage cheese and some seasonal vegetables, can be a high protein cutlet or a whole grain sandwich or anything, but provided this ensures the variety, because variety ensures that your child gets all the nutrients instead of following the monotonous tiffin every day.
Wow, that'll be yummy. Are you listening, Mommy?
Ma'am, I was wondering, there are many diets like vegan, vegetarian and non-vegetarian. So which one would you recommend to overcome deficiencies like iron, B12 and vitamin D?
Whichever diet you pick, whether it is vegetarian, non-vegetarian or vegan, what matters is how well it is balanced, how nicely it is planned, and how well you've taken care of the missing ingredients in each particular diet. Like vegetarians or vegans, they usually tend to lack vitamin B12 and heme iron, since you talked about iron, while non-vegetarians, they get better vitamin B from the non-vegetarian sources, plus iron which they get from non-vegetarian sources gets better absorbed in the body. So we have to take care, if somebody is following a vegetarian or a vegan diet, iron has to be paired with vitamin C for the better absorption, and similarly if there are certain deficits, supplements should always be taken.
Thank you, ma'am. Hey listeners, I hope you are taking notes.
Ma'am, I'm very interested to note that there are so many nutritionists trending on Instagram. Is there any tip that you would like to give to the blind fan following these days?
Well, I suggest before following somebody, you should always do a quick fact check. Check their qualifications, because everybody who has multiple followers does not mean they have the authority to give you the kind of health advice you would need, because at times those health advices do more harm than doing you some good. So always do their qualification check, and do not follow anything randomly before talking to your doctor or your dietitian. So whatever is going viral may not be right for you.
That's a really good piece of advice.
Ma'am, intermittent fasting is going quite popular nowadays. What are your thoughts on its benefits and risks?
This, if done under the supervision, under the medical guidance of a doctor or a dietitian for a shorter period of time, has certain benefits in weight management and certain other clinical conditions. But if you do it for prolonged duration without proper supervision, this can get in some serious consequences like malnutrition, protein loss, muscle loss, may hinder the growth of teens and kids who follow it, and people with already pre-existing medical conditions should not do it, before they get in touch with their dietitian or take clinical advice.
Wow, that was informative. And ma'am, distributing of sweets is often involved in schools on the birthday celebrations. Some alternatives that you could recommend that could be distributed on such celebrations?
I think some almonds or some makhanas which are caramelized in good can be one option. Then trail mixes of some nuts, seeds, some puffed rice can be another option. Then it can be whole grain, multigrain or millet based brownies, cupcakes or muffins for that matter. So anything which has sweetener replacement, maybe with dates or any other healthy alternate, instead of loading it with sugar and fats.
I am wondering that why did we think of that?
And finally, ma'am, our last question to you is, as someone who has inspired many, what piece of advice would you give to those aspiring to pursue a career in dietetics?
So if food science attracts you, if you love nutrition science, if you love to help people, if you want to explore the journey of healing people via food, then this is a wonderful career choice for anybody.
Thank you, ma'am. We really appreciate you sharing your personal experiences with us.
Absolute pleasure. I equally love to be a part of it.
Thank you, Dr. Aastha, for sharing such valuable information with our listeners.